Welcome back everyone. In this lesson we'll explore the Cyberkill chain, which is a framework developed by Lockheed Martin that breaks down the steps of a targeted cyber attack. Understanding this model helps us think like an attacker, and that's critical if you want to build an effective defense strategy. So, the Cyberkill chain is made up of 7 phases, and each one represents a key step in the attacker's journey. So, the first step is reconnaissance, which is gathering information about the target. Then we have weaponization, which is about crafting a malicious payload. Then we have delivery. In the delivery phase, we transmit the payload to the victim. In number 4, we have exploitation, in which we execute the malicious code on the target. Then we have installation, in which we establish persistence on the system. In the 6th place we have command and control, also called C2, in which we remote control the compromised host. And then we have actions on objectives, which is about stealing data, damaging systems, or achieving the attacker's final goal. So here we can see how we map specific tools to some of the Cyberkill chain phases. In the reconnaissance phase, we use Nmap and the Harvester. These tools help us discover systems and gather data from open sources. For weaponization, we use Metasploit to configure and deliver the exploit. In the delivery phase, we simulate a phishing attack using GoPhish, but we have already done a video previously on GoPhish, so we will not talk about this phase. And for the command and control phase, we use Netcat to simulate a basic communication channel between the attacker and the victim. Let's begin with reconnaissance, the first phase of the Cyberkill chain. In this stage, the attacker collects information about the target to identify potential entry points. So this could involve identifying IP addresses, open ports, operating systems, and services. The primary tool we use here is Nmap, short for Network Mapper. Nmap allows us to scan a network for a live host and detect what services are running on which ports. It can even provide operating system fingerprinting and version detection. In addition to scanning network, attackers often gather data from public sources. This tactic is known as OSINT, or open source intelligence. So we are talking about the reconnaissance phase. And that's where the Harvester comes in. So the Harvester is a Python-based tool that automates the collection of email addresses, subdomains, IP addresses, and even social profiles from platforms like Google, Bing, LinkedIn, and more. This type of information is especially useful for phishing attacks or password guessing, or even simply mapping out an organization structure. So in summary, with Nmap and the Harvester, you are able to collect both technical and human intelligence. And that's exactly what real attackers do before launching an exploit. The next phase is weaponization. And this is where the attacker takes the information collected during reconnaissance and uses it to build a weapon. Usually a file or a payload that, when executed, gives them control over the target system. So to do this, we can use a lot of tools, but in this case I'm gonna focus on Metasploit. So on Metasploit, you can create different types of payload, and once the payload is executed by the victim, we gain a Meterpreter session, which is an advanced remote shell that allows us to execute commands, explore file system, and more. And this phase is crucial because it turns intent into capability. Once a system is compromised, the attacker needs a way to maintain access. This is the command and control, or C2, phase. In professional malware, C2 might involve encrypted web traffic or even social media channels, but in lab we can simulate C2 using Netcat. Netcat is often called the Swiss Army knife of networking. It can open connections, transfer data, and most importantly, create shells. In the next videos, we will use the tools that we have mentioned in this lesson.